What's up everyone, it's Q from Retro Q Gaming. As you can hear by that pretty much iconic jingle, we're playing Donkey Kong Country. And Donkey Kong Country, widely regarded as easily one of the best platformers of all time, especially on the Super Nintendo. There's a code that we can enter here to get 50 lives, but we're going hardcore. Let's go straight into it, one player. Kongo Jungle, where it all began. Basically, someone came and they messed with Donkey Kong's stash, which we'll take a quick look at here actually. So this room, Kong's banana horde, should be completely jam-packed with bananas. But something is rotten. I won't say in Denmark, it's too obvious. One of the big reasons Donkey Kong Country was so popular back in the day, not just back in the day, but even now, is the graphics. They may not seem like much nowadays, but remember, this is on the Super Nintendo. And I keep missing that jump. Let me see. There we go. I still remember how to do it. And I'm already missing all these secrets. There's a ton of them in this game. I want to say Rambi the Rhino. It's not just the graphics, it's a quality platformer in general. The controls are good, all the extra, we won't call them power-ups, but all the little extras are really good. Your animal companions, they work in a really great system as well. As well, on top of all that, you've got the graphics, and you've got the badass soundtrack. And besides, who doesn't love Donkey Kong? Oh, I missed my jump. I should have just got off. And just... because you can do this cool thing, which I'll show you on the next stage, actually. You can basically do like a roll into mid-air and then quickly jump, so you get some speed and extra distance on your jumps. You can see me doing the whole ground pound here thing. This is exclusive to DK. Well, Donkey, because obviously DK is Diddy too, but it highlights one of the differences. It's kind of subtle, kind of not, between the two characters. On some of the larger characters, Diddy Kong can't actually jump on her head. And some of them, if Diddy actually tries to just roll through them, they just laugh him off. And like I said, there are a lot of secrets in this game. There's tons of shortcuts, all that stuff. I think I just skipped one of them. For the most part, we're going to just go with a standard playthrough. Play through all the levels, not skipping any of them shortcuts, whatever. And just because. Oh shit. That kind of reminds me, actually, a big thing that comes into play, another little difference between the characters. 1 second, hang on. Actually, really quick, here's the kind of roll and jump thing I was talking about. But yeah, another thing to differentiate between the characters, which is a bit more important, is how they hold barrels. Donkey, being the big guy that he is, holds them way up over his head. Diddy kind of has to pull them into his chest. So it kind of gives you a small, if you're using Diddy Kong, it kind of gives you like a small shield between the front of them. Good old Cranky Kong. He's so, the way they did Cranky Kong is brilliant. Like between his jokes, his fourth wall references, and even that one point where he actually mentions that they would have given like more, I can't remember if it's more dialogue or they would have invited him in, but the developers, Rare, we all know who Rare are of course, ran out of cartridge space. So you see what I mean? Diddy Kong holds it out in front, kind of acts as a small shield. Switch to Donkey, holds it way over his head. And of course, as you've noticed already so far, when you spell out Kong on every level, or any level, you get an extra life. Which are usually pretty damn abundant in this game, so it's not much of an issue. It's things like this that just credit it into Donkey Kong Country as well. A little extra bonus stage that you find just like that. And it pretty much just plays itself, but it's fast, it looks cool, it's very smooth. One of the things that made Donkey Kong Country. Now, it has been a minute since I've played Donkey Kong Country before, so it's going to be interesting to see where I mess up on. Stuff that I used to be able to do back in the day, blindfold with my eyes closed. About how what I'm gonna remember, what I'm gonna mess up even. Also, these videos are gonna be pretty short. They're gonna be broken into one world at a time. And then we have here Aquatic Ambience, I believe it's called. This music is basically legendary. You go onto a YouTube video about gaming, chances are there's someone making a meme or a joke in it. It could possibly even bring this in. So relaxing. And it really, really helps highlight the fact that the soundtrack is just so good for this game. This game had a soundtrack so good, they actually included a CD. Now, it wasn't a soundtrack CD, but they actually included a CD just to emphasize music, basically. And I know, as I said, a lot of the music that was on the Go Ape CD, which I actually still have somewhere, it's not the music from this. Like, it's pop songs and things like that. But they just wanted to make a focus and highlight, when you think Donkey Kong, you're going to think music. Anyway, for the most part, I'm going to shut up for the rest of this level because everyone wants to hear this music. God damn it. Here we go, we're going to see our first animal team bonus stage. So basically these work like bananas. Bananas basically work like coins in Mario or rings in Sonic. And these function just pretty much the same way as them. You want to get as many as possible. And you don't want to waste too much time getting them because you can find this, which doubles the amount you already have. Now, I won't make it back in time, but where you actually start, if you jump out on the left side over the wall, instead of the right like we just did all the way there, you come to another small little area that has just tons of little individual ones to pick up. So there we go, 6 lives just from that. Told you, it's all about the extra lives in this game. It's so easy to get them. So yeah, Donkey Kong Country is easily one of my favorite platformers of all time. And I'm sure most people will agree and can easily see why. This is Funky Kong. Kind of pointless, but it'll show it off at the moment. Funky Kong basically lets you go between world areas, if you will, with his funky music that for some reason has some sort of karate team going on every so often. Oh, yeah, I just remembered that's a bit of a shortcut. I just instinctually grabbed it. There we go, half the level gone. Pro strats. So close. You want to kind of shoot it up when you're slightly to the right of where you want to go, or left, depending on the actual position of it. But where I shot up, I would have wanted to be slightly more to the right. Those ones can actually be a little bit tricky if you're not used to them. But years of practice has my timing game down. I'm right as I say that, I'm about to get hit. I can feel it. And this one's Candy Kong. So Candy is basically the actual... She's the save point, the checkpoint girl, whatever you want to call her. So all you do is you gotta come here, jump straight in. Now, first boss, very naughty. The bosses in Donkey Kong Country are very easy. But yeah, there we have it. World 1, Kongo Jungle done. Onto the monkey mines.